Hey everybody, solo Boondocker Freddy here. Um, it is Valentine's Day, February 14th, 2018. It is now 7:30 in the morning. I'm here at Herschel King Senior Park, where I usually come to get sun for my solar. And unfortunately, right now it's super foggy out. It's completely overcast. There is no sun right now, so I'm just sitting around waiting to see what's going to go happen. Hopefully I'll be able to upload this video sometime today. But there's a few things I want to talk about right now as a RVer and camper. And as you guys well know, I'm not a conspiracy nut, but there are certain things that I see that just don't make any sense. And people just don't want to talk about it because they don't really care to know or want to know, because it would change everything they ever think about in their lives as being perfect. But one of the things I want to speak about this morning is about this skier. He's a firefighter, 49 years old, husband, has 2 kids. We're out with a group of other firefighters and retired firefighters up in upstate New York, skiing on White Mountain, I think it was called. They were all together in a group, skiing, and as they got down to the bottom, the rest of the group noticed that this one person was missing. They waited until the park closed, and they still couldn't find this guy. They thought maybe he went off the track and tried to cut through some woods. So after that, they spent, like, I think total what they said was 7,000 hours looking for this guy. They had teams everywhere on the mountain looking for him. No trace whatsoever. They did find his personal effects in his room, and his car was still there. His wallet, ID, credit cards, money, all was still left inside his room. And this guy was nowhere to be found on the mountain. Now, some of the places that I go to are state parks, and if you haven't heard of this guy named David Pilatus, he's the guy that came out with the Missing 411 books, documenting hundreds of people going into these parks and being surrounded by people, and all of a sudden, boom. Not just adults, children too. There'd be kids 5 feet from the parent. Parent turns around for 3 seconds, turn around, the kid's gone. Find him 4 days later, 15, 20 miles away on the top of a mountain where there's no way possible this kid could have done that. Well, this guy, the skier, gone missing. They went looking for him. I mean, they were everywhere. I mean, they never thought he left the mountain. They are saying he fell into some sort of crevasse or some sort of snow cave or something, and he's injured, and they're still looking for him. Well, come to find out, about 5 or 6 days later, his wife gets a phone call from him. He found himself in Sacramento, California, nearly 3,000 miles away, walking down a street delirious, still wearing his ski gear, helmet, goggles, snow jacket, pants, everything, boots. Had no idea how he got there. He did manage to call 911, and they came and got him, and he received medical attention. He seemed fine. There was no broken bones or anything. But this guy just, for 6 days, was gone from the mountain. Then all of a sudden he appeared 3,000 miles away in Sacramento, California. Now, they're saying that maybe, he probably had money stashed or something happened. He took off to go meet somebody. But the guy left all his money, his ID, his wallet, completely with his car. No airline anywhere from that area heading to Sacramento with his name on it or anything was found. Now, obviously, he could have used a alias and gotten on this plane and go met somebody, but they're saying no. This guy just had no issues, no mental issues, no drug issues, nothing in the sort like that. He was just on the mountain one day. 6 days later, he found himself walking down the street in Sacramento, California, still wearing his ski gear. Now I do travel to a bunch of state parks and local parks, and and I always hear about these stories in some of these parks where people just walk in, hanging out with friends, family, or just took off to go use the restroom for a minute and are never found again, disappeared. And this is something that is a strange phenomenon because no one really talks about it in local news. I mean, yeah, they'll do a flash saying, "Oh, this guy's missing," blah blah blah. But when they find him, you don't hear the story about what happened and how he got where he got. Now they're still saying it's still under investigation about this guy who showed up in Sacramento, California. So hopefully in a couple of days we'll find out what's going on. And he's not the only one. I mean, there's people that walks into our national parks all across the United States, go in for a day hike or something, and they walk into the trail and no one knows where they go. They just completely disappear off the face of the earth. So far, a lot of them still haven't been found. A few they have found. They have found them dead. Found them wearing no shoes. Found them in areas where it would be difficult for any novice mountain climber to get up to, and they have no idea how their bodies got up there, or what happened, or what make people go to the edge of a cliff, and then all of a sudden they just fall off. Now, a lot of people say, "Oh, they were trying to commit suicide," blah blah blah. But a lot of people that do that would leave some sort of note, something in their vehicle. Their cars are not found until 5 days later, 10 days later, and they're just gone. Now, lately in the news everywhere, if you haven't heard about this too, people have been hearing a lot of big booms in the air, shaking their homes, shaking their windows, rattling their pictures on the walls, and it's everywhere. Almost every daily, people are hearing these big booms, with leaving everyone baffled. Even the police don't know what's going on or anything. My theory on that is that there's someone underground underneath us, and there's a big network of underground tunnels being built right across the United States. And the big booms everybody's hearing and feeling are actually underground explosions. That takes a while for it to come up to the surface. They see a big light somewhere, a big boom, and then everything shakes, and then it gets quiet again, and then it looks like it's like moving. I need to see if I could find all the sonic booms and see if I can track which way they're heading, because I guarantee you'll find that there'll be like some sort of pattern from one boom, from one city, town to the next. And I bet you they're connecting all these towns and cities together all the way from California to the East Coast. Now, that's just my theory, but I think a lot of people that goes missing see things and they're taken, and so that no one would know what these people are doing, especially in our national parks. Even though hundreds of thousands of people go through there, there's nothing being built there. There's no way anyone could dig a hole in any of these places to find out what's underneath the ground. They can't do any mining or nothing like that. So when people stumble across these anomalies, I should say, they find that they see things and hear things that they shouldn't have, and some sort of government agency pops out of nowhere, grabs hold of these people and drag them away. Now, that's just a theory that I came up with, that I'm thinking that that's what they're doing. That's why I don't think it's Bigfoot. I don't believe it's aliens. I think it's just our government building something underneath our feet, and we're hearing all these booms. Every once in a while, I do hear a boom. Um, I don't know if it's from where I was at. There was a mine, so I think they were mining most of the time. But sometimes when I'm out here, I do feel a boom. I feel the ground shake sometimes and move. I think that's the weirdest thing. And I'm here in Florida, and I feel that sometimes wherever I'm at. Um, but that's just my theory for right now. You guys let me know what you think. Do the research about this guy in New York found in Sacramento. And take a look at that book, Missing 411 by David Pilatus. I mean, he's got information on there that would scare the living daylights out of you. You would never want to go to another national state park anywhere, especially with kids, and make sure your kid stays with you. But for right now, this is Solo Boondocker Freddy signing off. Please leave me any comments down below. Let me know what you think, and give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. And please let your friends know and subscribe to my channel. I will try to be putting out a video every week now. I'm boondocking this week, so I may come out with another video in a couple of days once I do some more research here. But until then, this is so.